Alrighty, everybody. The moment you've all been waiting for, of course. Our answers to your questions. I was trying to yell, because I always tend to yell in this room. I don't know why.
Yeah, don't yell.
Echo.
Okay.
It's not in any particular order. I'm just reading as I see them.
Alrighty.
Stevo has not seen the questions. Of course I have, because I wanted to kind of organize it a little bit and just kind of think it through, so we're not doing a lot of And I just told him a couple of them, just a couple, just to give him an idea of what to answer, so for him to think about what to answer, because there was one you retracted and you're like, oh, I should have said this one. So first off.
Okay. All right. Well,
first question.
Start rolling.
From JL. Okay. Non-Vegas related. Do you fear going into work during this pandemic? Well, you don't, because you're not going into work.
I've been furloughed since February.
Yeah, I don't.
So
I
haven't worked since February. So.
I have to go in every day. They do the whole thermometer check on us every time we walk in. And, I don't watch the news very often, so I'm not getting freaked out about it. I know it's going on. I know it's a big pandemic, but I just don't think about it. I just do my job and then I go home.
Well, I think you could relax a little bit, because people in your age group, as long as you guys are healthy, it's pretty dang rare it's gonna take care of you. So
okay, he has another question. It's Vegas related. Said, which casino are you going to go visit first? My answer, you had a good one too, though.
Well, yeah, the last couple times we went to a casino, I really liked that Wildfire.
And that's the one in Henderson. We liked it because...
it was laid back in there.
Yeah, it was very laid back, kind of like that dark and dank look, and the bartender kept refilling my wine, boom! I didn't even have to ask. She's like, oh, it looks like you need another. I'm like, oh, you damn straight I do. And we're just playing video poker, and it's free as you play. And I'm all digging about that free thing, but the one I was going to say that's on the strip was the Tropicana. Now, I know you guys are like, what? Really? The older one? Da, da, da. Only because I have nostalgia with it. That's the one we stayed at when we came out here to look for homes. That's also the one that has offered their pool for free for us locals. So I really and free parking. So I really appreciate the Tropicana for that.
Yeah, they're a good egg.
Okay, good egg. Scotty 74. Ooh. Have you ever borrowed something from a casino? You mentioned, but these aren't the casinos in Vegas, but the Morongo and the Pala, if that's how you say it, in California. We kind of borrowed some towels from Morongo and borrowed some plastic wine glasses from the Pala. Just saying.
Okay. You did. I'm not confessing to
I don't
anything.
know how those green and white striped towels got to our house. I don't remember bringing those home.
The green and white striped towel was a complete accident. But now I'm confessing. I wasn't going to confess anything on video.
Busted.
I know. Why would you say that?
We just kidding. Have you walked on the deserted strip? What did you think? How did you feel about that? Yeah, we did the other day. We actually tried to go to Tacos El Gordo and it was closed. So we're like, well, let's vlog about it. So we vlogged from there to Circus area.
We walked a small section of the strip, and it was kind of melancholy, a little bit sad. And
then we drove twice down the strip. We want to do another one at night. Hopefully my little phone will do good on nighttime filmage. I'm not sure, hopefully. And if it's windy, because I want to put my phone out on the moonroof, I'm going to take off the volume and put in some music. So how did we feel about it? Well, it's sad because we want to see, I'm not into crowds, but I do like the ambiance of Vegas and people, and I love watching drunken Elvis on a scooter. I mean, only in Vegas do you see this interesting stuff. You know what I mean? And so it's kind of fun to people watch there. So I miss that because there's no people watching going on. So, hey, Stevo, here's a question for you. Boxers or briefs, and why? Same Scotty.
I feel very honored that I get the same question as Bill Clinton. So, I don't think it's anyone's business, but I guess boxers.
And why?
Comfort.
All right, I was going to sing a song.
Let's leave it there.
All right. Kevin Zinn from Las Vegas Home Inspector. He says he's bringing a German Shepherd on a move there this June. Are there any varieties of plants, bugs, danger to be aware of in the yard? Okay, we keep hearing about scorpions out here. I haven't yet to encounter one. I thought
been
they
here
like
a year and I've
palm
never
trees.
seen a scorpion, even
Nowhere.
in a park or anywhere. Even on a hike, I've never seen
And we haven't had any issues with our, knock on wood, I mean, plants, not that I'm aware of. We do get these weird black cockroach-looking bugs, but they don't bother the dogs. But we have a bug man to take care of this. We haven't seen those little guys in a while either. So no, I think you should be fine. You mentioned that one thing about these cottontails. I don't know if they're here.
Oh, yeah, well, cottontails, but I haven't really seen cottontails out here.
Maybe at not the wetlands, but that I thought someone wrote in the neighborhood app that their dog got one at the Cornerstone Park, and that's when you mentioned, oh yeah, they can get in their ear and then they get stuck in there.
Yeah.
So
don't let a dog go near cottontails because they will work their way down the ear, and the only way to get them out is to
take them to the vet.
They have to take a nap, not put to sleep, but they have to be use anesthesia to get it out of there.
Oh yeah.
So you don't want to do that. So
all right,
but that's everywhere you go, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not just specifically here.
I don't know. I'm not saying there isn't. You might want to do a little research on your own because don't look to us.
Well, you know what? That neighborhood app
sort of
is a really great app to have because you can ask that question and somebody in the community can answer that question as well. Okay, John Shock. Why do you check for mail in the front yard when you have Stevo in the backyard? Ha 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 ha. So funny.
Huh?
Well, I went to go check the mail when I did my film yesterday.
I feel very dense right now. But
Mail, like the post office mail. And you're the mail in the backyard. So why am I checking for mail when you've got Stevo in the backyard?
I feel stupid right now.
Yeah, you should. He also saw.
Why do you do that?
I love checking the mail. It's like Christmas every day to me, even if it's a freaking bill. He also saw 2 girls in the back. How about a cooking demo, Stevo?
A cooking demo?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right.
All right. So here's another one. Movie Mania Nick.
Famous lasagna.
Yeah.
Demo.
I don't know if you do that outside though, but okay. Next, Movie Mania Nick. Hello. During this pandemic, what is the dumbest thing you have seen or heard working at your job? And also, what is yours or Stevo's favorite attraction ride? You know, I haven't really heard or seen anything dumb that I can think of. But what's driving me nuts is wearing that mask all day long for 8 hours. I can't breathe that well in that thing. And then you're like dealing with your own breath the whole time. And it's not like it's grossing me out, but it's grossing me out thinking about it. And then this one guy, okay, I get it's not dumb, but gross. He sneezed in his. Who knows how boogery that got in there. Nasty. Just saying. Okay. What's my favorite attraction? Well, I don't know about one out here because we haven't done any of the amusement park rides because they don't have one except the Circus and that one in New York. But in general, I don't know why, but I love Montezuma's Revenge at Knott's Berry Farm. It's an old, well, I know why. It's an old roller coaster. I used to be scared of roller coasters till I was like 14, and that was my first loopy roller coaster that I did. It's rough as heck though. But it's scary and fun. I love it. What about yours?
I guess if we're going to be able, if not being in Vegas is it, then I'm going to say Ghost Rider. Before they remodeled it.
Oh, God. Crap your pants.
Before they remodeled. That thing was so rough.
And at
it
night
was
it
terrifying.
smells of burning wood. And you're like, what's burning?
It was
why
terrifying
am I going to
because
die?
that thing felt like it was going to fall apart. And so it really made it for a good ride.
Oh, yeah. Woo!
It was awesome.
Yeah. All right, here's another one. Patrick Prendergast. Stevo lost his beard. Where did it go? And is our Chihuahua related to the Taco Bell dog? And is the kitty taking over the dog bed in the summer? You could have a pool and prime rib party, something that wouldn't happen in the OC. Yeah, you lost your beard, dude.
I asked the kid. Well, it was really getting itchy, pretty much.
That's right. You were complaining of that.
Oh man, I couldn't take it anymore.
And our Chihuahua is not related to the Taco Bell dog, unfortunately, but he sure does look like him, huh?
Yeah. Well, how do you know?
That's true. We didn't do any
genealogy
ancestry. Guess I should do a little, DNA testing on him. So that's true. And the kitty cat, yeah, she's taken over the dog bed. She just ran upstairs. She might meow. I don't know. The OC cat. But a little prime rib party.
Ooh.
Well, I know,
prime rib party? Yes,
pool and prime rib party. I know our neighbors, sometimes he has a party next door, And one time he actually handed food over us over the fence. But it was funny because my youngest was in the backyard and he was like, "Hey, where's your mom?" She thought she was in trouble. Like, oh my God. He goes, "Oh, can you hand this food over to her?" I thought that was funny. That's kind of cool.
Kids automatically think they're in
Never,
trouble.
never did we have that in the other city. You're absolutely right. Although we did have one neighbor that she sometimes would make me salsa. Forgot about her. She was pretty cool at the time. So, yeah. All right. Next up. Latte Liz. Hey, do you know anything about Latte Larry's? Just wondering. That's my question to you. Coming from California, do you feel safe or secure with all the low fencing between houses in Vegas? And our neighbors nosy or ever catch someone peeking over? Okay, that's funny because we just said that our neighbor, "Hey, can you hand this over?" The fences are the same size here as they were in Orange County. I haven't noticed anything different on that, at least in this
I would
neighborhood.
say, I think ours feels like it's
Your
not
head's
that tall.
like the whole screen, by the way.
Sorry. They,
But we can look down into our neighbor's back over, but it looks like we're higher than them, so they can't look
I
over
think it was
ours.
graded where we're a
Just
little
kidding.
higher than they are. They're
We're
beneath
not,
us. Our neighbors are beneath us.
Oh, good Lord. That's an OC attitude right there. Don't take that with you. We're not peeking over, though. The only one is the neighbor over there that when he had that party.
Oh, we were, but the
Sometimes
other,
you'll, like,
the
oh, yeah, that lady,
they would,
too.
They would
sometimes.
poke their head over and say hi, but
That's
it wasn't
true.
creepy.
No, because nobody's spying. No one's, they're pretty much minding their own business or just saying hi.
You know, one thing I noticed about it is if it's quiet outside, it seems like sound really travels over the desert air. Like the sound. Desert.
The sounds.
It seems like sound really travels far when we're outside. Like I can
So you
hear
gotta watch
loud
what
and
you
clear
say.
what people are saying in the next couple
We're
houses
trying to
over.
get a trucker mail sometime. But okay.
Okay.
All right. PMC. He actually did 2 comments. I just stuck them in one thing. I'm going to read them both. Actually, they're not questions. He's just, he or she, actually, PMC. I don't know. So, anyway, it's more of a rant with wine. Okay. Says, are they ever going to update the new technology, those old HVAC systems in older hotels, including from the 90s? They make a racket and don't always work. Also, windows in the Paris Hotel have this wonderful ability to open underneath for about 1/4 of an inch. You couldn't even get your finger through it, but it lets in fresh air. Is there any chance other hotels will follow suit? I know this is probably way beyond your capacity to answer, but it's a question. If I thought the hotels would care, I would ask, but they started adding so many fees, and I haven't gone in 3 years. I guess that is a question. I don't have an answer. You know, that's Steven from Not Leaving Las Vegas, Mike, because he does all the Vegas news, and I do not.
Only thing I can think of is, you know, that's replacing all that stuff to a higher end stuff is going to really be expensive, and I'm sure now more than ever they're not going to have the money to do it.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, if they were planning on doing it, I don't think they're planning on doing it anymore. Or maybe they'll just have to get a great big loan and just update everything. But it seems to me if they were gonna do something like that, now would be the time. You could easily not worry about it when your hotel or your resort is closed.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, if you were gonna do
down.
upgrades today, now would have been the perfect time so that you could open up and
But
have
yeah,
it
that
done.
Not Leaving Las Vegas guy, you could join his Facebook
like I
group.
said, money's an issue because there's none coming in.
Join his Facebook group, and then maybe everyone could talk about it there. And you know, he might have. He's the one about Vegas news more than me. We're clueless in Henderson, remember? Just kidding. Okay, he has another part. It says Carolyn Goodman keeps comparing this to polio epidemic. They're not the same. We know so much more about viruses now, and one of the bigger differences is that polio was an ancient disease. It always comes around in the summers, and people tend to believe it was passed through water, so a lot of kids never were allowed to swim. I think that's how my sister and I got it. It's an interesting story. If you want to tell it, I'll give you the information. One of the most interesting parts is that it is now believed to have caused an ancient disease to become annual epidemics. But the other thing is that in the 1918 flu, San Francisco did the exact same thing they're doing today for COVID, and it worked for San Francisco. Unfortunately, during the second round, San Francisco was not prepared. So many people did die. This is not a question. Sorry, consider a rant with wine. Interesting. We had a neighbor in Yorba Linda that also had polio. Because that's what you get, right? She was in crutches. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how she got it, but I do remember hearing that. I remember your mom talking about that. They couldn't swim in the public pools. That's really scary. I wouldn't mind hearing your story, actually. So.
Okay. Yeah, maybe you can read it on another time.
Yeah. Well, obviously I don't have the story, so.
Okay.
Okay, the duo finds. Hey, you got us into magnet fishing. We just got our goods, so we thought we're gonna find out where we can do our first magnet fishing at.
Okay.
Since moving, what were your top must visits in Vegas? And what else is on your to-do list that you haven't been to yet? When we first got here, I wanted to check out that Shangri-La house and the Simpson house. So that Shangri-La house, the guy changed. I haven't gone since that first time, but it's like he's got all these like yard art dinosaurs in his front yard, and he decorates it for every holiday. Apparently it's really crazy busy during Halloween. So, and then the Simpson house was that actual Simpson house that they built, and then at the time it was like in the boonies of Henderson. So, and I think inside even was all done up. So
we still haven't done it. We just didn't. We didn't have jobs, or right at the beginning of last summer, or we were working a lot of it. But anyway, I've been wanting to go to Lake Mead. I really want to
we haven't done Lake Mead.
We just haven't done it, and I've really been jonesing to go out there.
I also want to do the hot springs. They have like a bunch of hot springs out here. Still haven't done the dam either. I haven't done that in a long time. And I also want to check out the movie locations around here in Vegas and more history, more mob history and just history in general. So there you go.
Yeah, we've got lots to do than just sit here.
Just sitting here is so fun.
All right, who's next?
All right, Aaron Fessler. I have so many questions I could ask. So many would probably be annoying, which I don't mean to be, just curious. It's all right, Aaron. What celebrity restaurants have you or would you like to eat at? We've only eaten at that Wolfgang Puck at the MGM Grand the time we came out to look for homes.
We also ate when we stayed at the Tropicana, we ate at it was a brand new restaurant, celebrity restaurant. I don't know, but I don't remember the guy's name.
Oh yeah, we had like some appetizers and stuff. And which ones do we want to go to? I don't know. I mean that guy Ferrari, is that how you say Ferrari?
Ferrari?
We saw him saw that one on the Strip, except it was a little pricey. But then again, most of them are. So, but that one looked interesting in the Gordon Ramsay one by the Caesars. So I don't know of others. Never really thought about it actually.
Celebrity chefs. I mean, Andrew Bourdain, who I'd want to go to, but I'm afraid that's impossible. So that's the celebrity chef that I always thought I like his cooking, or I like the way he always talked about food.
Oh, Anthony Bourdain?
Well,
I thought you said Andrew Bourdain.
Oh, maybe I did. I might have messed that up. Sorry, but anyway, yeah, him. Because his food is always like spicy and yummy. I don't know, but if he had a restaurant, I would want to go.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Do we have a favorite Vegas buffet, and what is it? Well, we only went to the one in Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, that's the only one in a year. That's the only one we've been to. We've heard
because they are kind of
things.
pricey. I want to look for some. I want to find a seafood one with all crab legs.
I have heard that the Station Casinos buffets are
that's right. You have. Good. So we need to.
We haven't tried them.
What other Vegas YouTubers do you enjoy other than Vegas Best Ideas or Not Leaving Las Vegas? Okay, so here's just a few of them that I watch more than usually lately. Is Say Hi to Matthew, Got Love. I know they're moving to Alabama, so I'm still on there. I'm still watching their stuff. It's kind of interesting. Woo Vegas, I really like them. They were our first Vegas YouTubers we watched when we were looking to move. They had a whole relocating pros and cons video, and so I thought that was kind of fun, and they seemed like a fun couple as well. Las Vegas and Beyond, Tony Gonzalez, he lived in Henderson. He did a lot of moving to Henderson vlogs as well, but he moved to Florida. But I still watch his, but he does a lot of workouts right now, so but I'm still subscribed to his stuff, so he's a pretty cool guy, seems like. Life in Las Vegas, Living in Las Vegas. They do a lot of walk-arounds, so we were watching their stuff a lot when we were going to move here. And I still watch it. One Man, One Camera. Lately, he's been doing some biking and vlogging, so that's kind of cool to watch his stuff. Recreation Outside Las Vegas. She's pretty cool. She's a new one I just found out about. She does a lot of exploring outside of Vegas, so a lot of the hot springs and hiking and stuff like that. Vegas A. And Yellow Productions. I actually met that guy on the Strip when we were out there. I just noticed he had a camera. He was doing some, looked like vlogging. And I didn't know who I was watching his stuff. I didn't know that was him because it was dark and it was just me and my kid. And we were just like walking to go back to the Tropicana. And I asked him if he's a vlogger, and he had a card. Yep, here you go. So he seemed pretty cool. Do you have anybody you watch?
You named everybody.
Oh, okay.
You're always the one with the wand. I don't know what's going on when it comes to that.
No. Oh, and then of course let your light shine. That's a great thing. No, I'm just kidding. Well, shut up. What are your favorite restaurants in Henderson? Well, so far we've done that Hash House, a Go-Go. We've done is it the Miller?
Yeah, Miller's Ale House.
Miller's Ale House. Thank you. I couldn't even think of the name.
Yeah.
We haven't gone too much out to eat lately, obviously, because we can't. And we also been, kind of keeping it on the cheap side since we're not like bringing in the big bucks. So, Del Taco.
Everybody loves. I like Roberto's Taco Shop. I like that a lot. They make some pretty good burritos. And we did like that place. You liked it enough to when my folks came, you guys went, and then when you had to bring me back.
Oh yeah,
what's that
Chavo's Mexican restaurant. I did a vlog on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, that one was kind of cool.
We have a food review of that.
Yes, we do have a food review on that one.
Okay.
Where would you want to live if not in Henderson? Nowhere. Just kidding.
I think
I like it here.
I would like it here, but I think it's pretty much the same. It's just a little farther north. But I mean, maybe like St. George up in there. I think the terrain and the mountains and everything. It's just like that. Yeah.
Cool. And, what is unique about Vegas that you love?
Gambling. No.
I love to gamble. I do like that. I like that you can go up to a bar, belly up to the bar, play a little video poker, and get your drinks for free. So we're not free. We're paying $20 into the game, but we're doing stuff. We're just gaming and having fun. But I love the views, 360 views. Mm-hmm. I don't know how unique that is, but it is to me.
No state income tax.
Ooh.
I love that.
Well,
I
love that. I don't know, actually. You said it all.
No, it's just a great atmosphere. It's really nice here. People are nice here.
Are you a sports fan? If so, which ones and which teams? Nope.
Sports fan?
I mean, I'm not a non-sports fan. I just root. I'm going to root for Vegas teams. So, but I'm not a big oh my gosh. But maybe you're asking Steve.
I never would have rooted for the Raiders ever before. But I guess now that they're here, I would root for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely do that. I mean, actually, if I would really like them to have a basketball team here, because if I'm going to go see a sport live, that would be the one I would enjoy.
The hockey would be fun, I think.
Hockey's good too, but I like basketball better.
What advice do you have for other YouTubers? When you get huge, not huge literally, stop eating. Watch a snake die, let them yell at you. If you should ever grow your channel so big that you're just making lots of money, you're balling now, keep humble. I've seen YouTubers that used to be pretty cool that they're just above you now. I'm not talking about out here at all. But I've just seen that, and it's really sad to see that happen. So you're like, wow, I used to be able to email this person. Now I don't even exist anymore. I try to say hi on the live stream, and they don't even realize who I am anymore. I'm like, wow. Alrighty then. So always stay humble.
That's good advice.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, that's good advice for anybody.
I know. Not humble at all over here. And use your
But I
advice.
think that's in general. You don't have to be a YouTuber to take that advice.
I know. I just wish, yeah.
So there you go.
Nobody listens to me though.
Moving on.
They do out here. Have you ran into any celebrities in Henderson and Vegas? Are you pro or con on? Oh, that's another HOAs. If so, why or why not? Okay. Celebrities here in Henderson and Vegas? No, but I saw that someone took a picture of the guy with the big clock. Who always wears the big clock. He's a rapper.
Flavor.
Yeah, Flavor Flav. That's it. Apparently he was out here. He was off Green Valley Parkway, and he had a bike. And someone goes, "Hey, look who we ran into!" And he was waving at the camera. I'm like, "Well, that seems like a cool guy to run into."
Yeah, I mean, you'd think you would eventually, but I don't think we go out to the strip enough.
We don't go at night that often. We just go in the morning when no one's around. So I think that's the issue. Don't make fun of me, but I want to run into the Jersey Shore people. They go to some restaurant that I'm like, I don't want to go. Yes, I just confessed that I watched that show.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, Moving on. Are we pro or con HOAs? Well, since we had an HOA in California, it was annoying. So we're pro non-HOAs. The only problem I would say is that we got to take care of the outside now. So that's a bummer. But not that we're like putting a couch in the front yard and burning it or something or, whatever. But we can.
Sorry.
Get comfortable there, buddy. There was a school bus parked by us before, and they can, so it's all good. I mean, the neighborhood's decent.
Yeah,
some places are
some
very
houses
well taken
are not.
care of.
They don't.
Some are normal.
Some houses have
regular.
a lot of weeds, and they're not taking care of it very much. But it's not the end of the world. I mean,
I haven't seen anything going. Oh my God! I wish we had.
we get some boats and stuff that are parked around.
I don't find that, it doesn't bug me. I'm not one of those people who I'm gonna call the cops on them. I don't get that. So
yeah, I mean, as long as they're
not gonna bother me.
Washing it down, squirting it down, so it doesn't look abandoned out there. It's not.
I might do an abandoned vlog on it then. If you don't want me to do vlogging on your boat, they're like, excuse me, we live here. Sorry. Let's abandon
All right,
me.
let's move along. This one's
right.
going to be too long.
Ooh, I don't know how to pronounce this. Idoji Kyoken. I hope I got that right. Hey, I seriously love your channel. Found it through Not Leaving Las Vegas. Would you recommend working at a supermarket as someone with really bad anxiety and depression and not taking meds yet? And how has the bug situation been for you? I have anxiety. I don't have depression anymore because we moved, so thank God for that. I don't take meds. I do drink wine, so that is my meds. Yeah. I mean, if you're just stocking shelves, you don't really have to work with people all day long. I mean, sometimes the customer might ask, hey, do you know where the peanut butter is? And you're like, yeah, aisle E23 or whatever it is. But for the most part, yeah. I mean, I like the camaraderie with the employees, but if I are coworkers, I don't get, I don't hang out with them after work or anything, but they are, cool to talk to while at work. And I don't know, I think it's a way better ambiance in that atmosphere versus when I worked in the corporate office and dealt with that atmosphere. So I would say so.
Yeah, and especially if your choices are staying home or getting out.
Because as a housekeeper, I worked alone, and sometimes just being by yourself, it gets lonely after a while, and so I think that you do need other people around.
I guess it all depends on how you handle that. I mean,
if you're just a good listener, though, you don't get into your.
You don't have to be an extrovert to get along with people.
You just be a good listener. People like to talk.
Yeah, people love.
They like a good,
especially about themselves.
Yeah. How's the bug situation been? You know what? We're not getting eaten alive by mosquitoes or anything. It's because it's so dry.
I'm finding a few in the pool.
Oh, really? But they're not eating us alive. I don't have to put bug spray on. I mean, we get those cicadas during the summer that are super loud, but they don't bug you, literally. So yeah, it's not. I never lived back east though. I mean, I've been back east, but it's not like you're getting eaten alive. You got to
No, I mean, I was a little worried about it, but it turns out it hasn't been a problem.
EZ has some questions here. How did we meet? At a golf game. Well, we shared the same friends, it was in the same group of friends, and we got paired together with this golf game, and Stevo wore these polyester mint green pants and a checkered shirt because someone told him to dress like a dweeb, unless that was just how you were dressed.
No, I deliberately went to a thrift store and got.
And you were the only one that dressed like that.
I deliberately went.
Who did I just got connected
to try and dress like a 1960s golfer.
Yeah, that.
And then I turned out I was the only one that did. It's like showing up to a costume party, but the only one that's wearing a costume.
So we just continue to see each other in the same group, and then there you go.
The rest is history.
Hey, if you were God, what kind of music would be playing in heaven and what kind of music would be playing in hell? Now that was oh my God, I don't know. But then I had to think about it. And my daughter, it was funny, just today, she stuck the cat out in the backyard because my big cat, Chalice, wanted to go out. And I said, well, you got to watch her. She goes, she's having the time of her life. I'm like, oh, Time of My Life from the Dirty Dancing movie. I'm like, that's a good song. I haven't heard that in a while. And then the song from hell, Into the Unknown from that stupid Frozen 2 movie. I haven't even seen that movie, but when I was working at the grocery store and that movie, they were pumping the music for that movie every freaking hour. They play decent music at the grocery store. They don't repeat the same song every hour. But they repeated that one every hour, and it wasn't that loud, so all I could hear was some girl. It sounded like she was screaming in pain. Like, I'm like, what is this song? It's like, ew, what is this? And finally someone goes, oh, you know, it's that Frozen 2 movie coming out. I'm like, were they brainwashing you to like watch? Like, okay, I'll watch it. Stop playing the music. That song drove me insane. So that would be the song from hell.
Yeah.
When hell freezes over.
I know that I would go crazy as long as Heaven's playing, mixing it up. I'd be fine. It really doesn't matter too much what they play, but don't play the same dang genre all day, every day, and that would be hell.
So now, quick question is: what is the worst gift each of you have ever received?
I don't know. What'd you get me for Christmas last year?
Oh, damn! Really? Wow.
Just kidding.
No, I don't know. I mean, I've always been like, you know, appreciative. Well, I don't want to say appreciative of everything I get because that's like, oh, what good answer. But I've never been like non-appreciative of any gift unless someone just didn't care and they just like, you know, re-gifted something and you knew that they did that because they didn't care. And you're like, gee, like,
we've gotten a couple things like that. I suppose that's probably what it was. You've obviously got re-gifted.
So yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I don't know. I don't. Do you have one that you?
I don't remember presents that I don't like. I remember presents I do like.
Okay, that's a good answer.
So.
Toilet paper, over or under? I like it over. Sometimes like when I used to be housekeeping people's homes, I'd do the little triangle fold on there to make it look all bougie.
I never got a triangle fold in my life. Well, from you.
I don't work for you now, do I?
Please don't do that.
What? Can't do that.
Speed it up.
All right, James. Wow, I was just thinking the other day that I wish I could get hummingbirds to come to the feeder. They never come. Actually, I never saw one in Florida. Maybe I should check if they're native in here. Maybe you should. And maybe they don't like your sugar water. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. But yeah, make sure there's something red going on because they are attracted to that color. Yeah. Or maybe you just don't have hummingbirds in Florida. I don't know.
With water and sugar, and you should get hummingbirds.
Hey, Sugar Butt Williams.
Sugar Butt Williams.
Hey, Sugar Butt. I like that. What do you do for work in Las Vegas, and how do you afford a house in Las Vegas? Well, Sugar Butt, you know I work at a grocery store as an online grocery person. Stevo here is, it's undisclosed.
Yeah, why not?
That's as far as we're going with Stevo. He works at Area 51. Just kidding. How do we afford a house in Las Vegas? It's called, we lived in Orange County and we had a huge down payment on our condo. We kept paying it off. So we had hardly anything owned to. We
had a nice serious down.
We had such a low mortgage on that thing and we were able to sell it for a huge amount of money to afford to live here. So that's how we did it. Because seriously, I don't think I could afford a mortgage on my online grocery employment. So just saying. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut out. I need to get my checkbook for this. All right, guys. Okay, so Julie Joseph says, hope we can ask this question. How much is the average cost for utilities each month? Okay, so it's a range depending on how much, because you even have to get a postcard. You can only water once a week in the winter, 3 times during the spring, every day during the summer, I believe, but nothing on Sundays, almost every day. So our water range from about $60 to $90 a month, depending on the time of year. Gas, around $47 to $91, and because obviously it's higher during the winter because we're using our heater. And electric, between $75, we're not really using our AC right now. And then once the summer hits, about $300. So there you go. Vegas best ideas. How's it going, guys? What is our favorite Vegas restaurant? So far, I thought that Liquor Up Saloon was pretty cool at Binion's because I like seeing the view of Fremont Street.
Yeah, I like that, but I'm actually going to go with the place that Vegas Best Ideas took us to. That
Noodle House, the Shanghai Artisan Noodles. Yeah, that was pretty cool. We did a vlog on that, guys. Check it out. There were baby stacks, too. They took us for breakfast. Hey, if we were a performer on Fremont, what would we do as an act? Well, I would probably play my keyboards. What would you do, Steve?
Sing.
Ooh.
Just kidding.
You do want to make money.
Dance?
Oh, snap. Ooh. All right, what is your best memory since moving to Vegas? Well, definitely meeting you guys and meeting Steven from Not Leaving Las Vegas. You know, back in Orange County, nobody wanted to collab. I mean, I ran into I tried to like I went to some of YouTube meetups. I was thinking celebrity meetups because some of the KFI people too. But it wasn't like we were hanging out. And I ran into one at Knott's Berry Farm. He was super sweet. But I mean, it was just, you know, not like this. You guys and Steven, you guys are very personable people. And, you know, we see each other multiple times. It's like, it's kind of cool. And then, I don't know, learning the Vegas history and, you know.
Yeah, those things are nice, but I don't know. When I think back on the past year, being in our own house at Christmas was great.
That was the best Christmas, man. Not having to go from one family to another and dealing with any kind of drama. It was just us. Not having to like buy gifts for people who aren't going to appreciate it. It was fun. You're right. That was nice to have holidays here in our own home with our own rules and our own traditions, not having to do things that we're forced to do that I was like, why are we doing this? When can we have our own
And last
holidays?
Easter was great too. Not just because we got to go to the neighbor's house. And
that was pretty cool.
So yeah, those are really nice memories.
So hey, Rodney Slater, are you planning on taking your vlog filming out of Las Vegas, Nevada? Well, if we go anywhere outside Nevada right now, I did, you know, when I lived in California, obviously, so there's a lot of vlogging out there.
Yeah, I think actually we will is after the quarantine's over and I can talk to her into actually taking a day off. She won't take a day off to save her life.
I'm a no call out kind of gal.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot of PTO accrued already.
Yeah, and she won't use it though.
I know, because I feel bad. I don't want to like put my coworkers out.
You deserve to take a day off.
I know, I do. I should. But I'm so used to also having a job. We're used to having jobs where if we took time off, we didn't get paid. So that's also what we're used to. So it's still ingrained in my head. But if we did, I don't know. I don't want to go to California though on my vacation. I want to go to Arizona, Utah.
Yeah, those places are there. But we just have to do it.
Hey, Jim Bucci. I hope I say that right. Does Stevo have any hobbies?
Well, do I have hobbies?
Yes, do you have hobbies?
I guess probably my favorite hobby is just I'd like to play golf, but I don't get to do it very often.
And now he's very frosty about that. Let's don't go there about that golf being closed.
So I don't know if that's really a hobby. I guess it is.
Yeah, it can be.
Hobby or a sport.
Yeah. Magnet fishing's going to be a new hobby.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to trying it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much I'm going to like it, but I want to try.
I was thinking Sunset Park might be fun. It has a little lake. See what
I used to really be into water sports, but those days are kind of gone. Too old, I guess.
Too darn old. I wouldn't mind trying paddleboarding in Lake Mead. Hey, Teen Gauge Kicks Berlin. Okay, I couldn't cuss on. I don't cuss on my vlogs, but your thing is pretty funny. What would you recommend a badass mother effing German guy for his 10th vacation in Sin City in December 2020? Not the normal tourist stuff, insider tip or secrets preferred, interesting sites around Henderson, Summerlin. Well, you know, the only thing we can recommend at the moment, because we haven't explored too much, you know, first off, Vegas Best Ideas, they know more than we do. I thought they lived out here. I was like, man, how do you guys know so much about, but they come out so often to vacation, they explore outside of Vegas as well. But I enjoyed the historic railroad trail. And then Stevo mentioned that cactus garden at the Ethel M. Since you're coming in December, the railroad trail might be cold, but at least you won't deal with the heat.
I'm really not sure if this is for badass MFers, but
yeah.
But
the cactus garden is really pretty and done up to walk around the lights and stuff. And then there's still more stuff for us to find out. So maybe watch our.
I guess you might, if you're really a badass, maybe you'll fit in with the Mob Museum.
Oh yeah, that's true. We haven't done that one yet, or the Neon Sign Museum, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Top 5 burgers around the Strip. Okay, so that's another one that we haven't really, you know, checked out yet. But of course, Steve's saying In-N-Out because that is a pretty good hamburger joint. Hattie B's, but that's for chicken sandwiches. That's over at the Cosmopolitan.
That was a good dang sandwich.
That was pretty dang good. Yes. Other than that, I'm like, I know
there's a White Castle. I don't know. I'm just naming like chains. I can't think of a place that really has like we haven't tried them, but I'm sure they got some really good gourmet burgers. Yeah.
And the last question's from Cindy. Do we leave our pool uncovered all year? Well, it wasn't like because we planned that, just the stupid cover kept blowing off and going into the pool, and it was very annoying. So yeah, we leave it uncovered and we just clean it every day or every other day. So it's starting to warm up, so soon we'll be using it again. It's not cold enough to freeze. So I know, I'm sure back east people have to actually take it down and, you know, put it back up. We didn't do that. We just kept it up, kept the water in there, and just cleaned it.
We only
and
had
just,
it. I think I refilled it 3 times all winter
yeah,
long.
not really much, and the rain kind of helped too. So, okay, I guess that's all the questions that we have.
That was so fun. I hope they enjoyed it.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.